Hello, friends. Welcome back to the podcast, Students of Life. Today, we have with us William Kaysire, author and founder of Global Gospel Movement. Hello, William. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Teacher Raj. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I hope that this will be a great experience for both of us. And I came across your profile, and we have known each other since I think last 2 years. And you're a very good friend of mine as well. I have seen you as an author. You have published 2 books, but I'm curious about the new thing that you've started. That is a global gospel movement. Can you tell us something about it?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Raj, for having me. As you said, I'm a teacher. I'm a primary school teacher.
Okay.
And I authored 2 books now. And as you asked me, I founded Global Gospel Movement. It's a kind of movement which I want I actually created that movement for encouraging people to understand who we are.
Okay.
Because I believe that there is an invisible country, right?
Okay.
You know, that's my belief in this global gospel movement.
Okay.
As you have India, as I have Canada as a country, I also believe that there's an invisible country which we are not supposed to go in that country, but which we are supposed to obey the laws of that country in order to be successful in life.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is somewhat like a spiritual kind of concept, I think, just like a heaven or a heavenly concept.
Yeah, but the way I understand now, because when you see in a religious way, they're encouraging people to go in that country, right?
Yes.
But me, in this global gospel movement, I don't believe that we are supposed to go in that country, but we are supposed to obey the laws of that country in order to be successful.
Okay.
As people are talking about universe, right?
Yes.
Universe is something we cannot see, right? But those who believe in universe, most of them are successful because they are obeying the laws which you cannot see, you see. So myself also, I obey that I believe that there is a strong country which has laws, which has principles, which has values, which has standards. So if we can obey those standards, we can be successful. That is what I'm doing in the global gospel movement.
Okay. It sounds really interesting. And also a fact that you're trying to bring people closer to the basic rules of the universe, or we can say the basic rules that will make them successful, right?
Yeah.
It's a noble thing, I think. You have taken a good initiative, we can say. And I'm really happy for that.
Thank you.
So the next obvious question that comes to my mind, William, is that what made you start this movement? At what moment of your life you felt that this is what I should do, or something that I should start?
Yeah, you know, Raj.
Yes.
Myself, I grew up in the religious family, and I saw what we are talking is not happening to us, right?
Okay.
And I don't understand how we can focus on going somewhere while we are suffering here.
Okay.
I don't think there is a God who can, because we all talk about God, right? I don't think that God can create people to suffer in order to go somewhere.
Yes.
To me, God is like any manufacturer. Suppose God is the manufacturer of cars, right? You cannot make cars to be failure, or you cannot make cars to come back in your factories. You see? But what I grow up listening, they are just talking about you going somewhere. You can live even bad life. As long as you go somewhere, you are okay, right?
Okay.
But to my understanding, that is really wrong, right? If we talk about God as a manufacturer, he made us to be successful. Because Raj, you are a father, right?
Yes.
You are a father and you are a teacher. Your happiness is to see your students succeeding, right?
Yes, obviously.
Why you work very hard? You work very hard because you want your daughter to be successful.
That's correct.
So the same as God. God does not want people to come back to him after suffering. He wants them to succeed as we want our children to succeed. So if our children are succeeding, we will be happy, right?
Yes, we'd be happy. Yeah.
So this God we are talking about, how can God see people suffering and be happy if he's the father?
Yes.
You see? So I saw that what I grew up listening was really wrong. I'm sorry to say it, but it was wrong because they encouraged people to go just as long as you prepare yourself to go somewhere, it's fine, right? They don't care how much you are suffering. They don't care what you don't have. You see? We need life. We need to enjoy, right? And to me, that's the enjoyment of God. God also is happy if his people are enjoying life.
Okay. Still, like, I'm looking for that, answer. Like, whatever you had told is about the concept, about what you think about this concept. I wanted to know exactly that at what moment of your life you felt that you should be starting such kind of movement. Like, what made you realize that you should be starting such kind of movement? At what time of your life that inspired you to do that?
I think when I entered in Canada.
Okay. All right.
Because coming in Canada, in my mind, when I came in Canada, I was thinking that I'm going to be successful.
Okay.
You know, I worked very hard to be in Canada. But when I arrived in Canada, what I was thinking was not true.
When you live in India, and that too in a joint family, this is what is inevitable.
Oh,
it is inevitable part, and the Western countries may or may not understand this thing, because we know that many Western countries, they prefer to live in nuclear families, right? Only the father, mother, and the children. That's it. Most of the time. But then if you live here, you know, it's a whole a place of sometimes too many people, too many responsibilities, and too many things to look after.
Which is good.
Yeah, it is good. It makes us stronger. It makes us, you know, more patient, and we learn to control our we can say feelings a lot. So you were telling that when you entered Canada, you realized that whatever whatever thoughts and whatever concepts that you had in your life up to that has to change, and then you took up another course of life. You also started writing books, right? I think you had written the first book that you had written was Canada, the Land of Doers, right?
That's the second one.
That's the second one, right? So the first one was
Raquel de Bianca, was in French.
Okay. I want to know, like, about both the books. If you can help me know about the first book And then the second book.
Yeah, the first book was about couple life,
Okay.
marriage life,
Okay.
because I was in college at that time,
All right.
and I saw young people having trouble being with their girlfriends.
Okay.
Most of them were confused, like changing, not happy,
Yes. Yes.
and I saw people not able to stay in marriage, right?
Yeah.
Where I took my children in daycare,
Okay.
most of the children were not staying with their parents.
All right.
They had to go in this week to the father, another weekend to the mom.
Oh man.
So I saw that people are suffering. So I saw myself that being with my wife is not hard, it's easy.
That's
And
okay.
I say, what can I do?
Okay.
I say, okay, let me jog my experience down.
All right.
Let me write how to be with your with your husband or with your wife is easy. As long as you obey the laws, as long as you are able to love your wife, as long as your wife is able to respect you, as long as you are able to say sorry to your wife, as long as you are not spending money just as you want, it's easy to be with your wife.
Yes. Yes.
It's easy to be with your husband. So that's why I wrote the first book, just to help young people in marriage to understand how easier it is.
All right. So
Yeah.
it's a great thing that you drew upon all your experiences into that book. I think it must have helped all the young people who are looking for a good relationship or who want to
Yes.
settle down in life and get married, right?
Yes.
Whatever you told, William, it's a very, very basic and very simple thing as well. But simple things are not comprehended by people. People will make their life a bit complicated. They are the
Yes.
own creators of their own life. They make life
You are right.
complicated and then they get into trouble while things are so simple. Even I am I married got married in 2011. So now it will be like we'll be celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary. So
You see?
whatever you said, it completely resonates with me as well. So I
You
completely
see?
agree with whatever you said. That's why.
Yeah.
So I can see that the basic principle I followed was to be a good friend of her. If I can be a good
Yes.
friend of her and I can say sorry and I can say thank you to all the good things or whatever things that has happened. So I I thought that I should treat her the way I want to be treated. I should trust
You
her the
see?
way I
Yeah.
want to be trusted. So these were the things. So a lot of things are common between those people who are successful in their life in terms of marriage, we can say.
Yes. Yeah.
And thank God that we are still having that same connection and the same same excitement and the same emotion. And thanks to this long distance that I'm living away from her, I get to meet her once a month. So
You see?
it increases our relationship to a bit of good. Certain things happen for good things, so there's always some kind of excitement when I see her.
It's true.
Yes. And so, William, you wrote your first book for the couples, like those who are
Yes.
married. And
Yeah.
the second book was the Canada, the land of doers, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, just tell us something about the second book that you've written.
You see, it was like it was an experience which came in my mind
Okay.
when I observed Canadians.
Okay.
I was not born here, right?
Yes.
But I saw something very good with Canadian people. Like they say thank you when they're in the bus, stay in the bus,
Yes.
when they are going outside, when they are in the train,
Mm-hmm.
when they do something wrong to you, When they're in front of you, they open the door for you.
Oh,
And
that's so
even
kind.
when they don't know you,
Okay.
right? When they are cooking, they don't take this oil and put in the sink.
Okay.
They put somewhere and just, so when they, there is something they have which they appreciate.
Okay.
So I decided to take all positive side of Canadians.
Okay.
I pick all positive characters and behaviors and values of Canadians and put in that book.
Okay.
And I observed how, like this time we're in the winter season, we are about to finish winter.
Yes.
Sometimes it's very cold, but you can see them walking outside,
Okay.
like those who are in construction, road construction, or they work very hard. So I pick all of those things and put in the book.
Okay.
So what I'm looking for, I just want people who are coming in Canada to follow those steps, you see, in order to be like Canadians who were born here.
Okay.
Because those I want also to appreciate Canadians for those positive side.
Yes.
There are some bad side of everyone,
Everyone. Yes.
but I did not touch any bad things. I just picked the good things.
That's a sign of a great mindset.
Yeah.
And through your book, I think people will come to know what are the best sides of the Canadian people through your observations and experiences. It
Yes.
must have been a good book. I think it was a bestseller also. One time it was listed as a bestseller book, right?
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
a good achievement also. Congratulations for that. And I'm
Thank
really
you, Raj.
happy that you have been working on the third book, and I think the third book will also be released soon. And I wish you all the very success for the third book as well. Now since we have talked about the book and your experience when you came to Canada and everything, now let us talk about certain things like in your daily life. What is your daily routine? How do you manage your family as a father, as a husband?
Yeah. Most of the time, I woke up before everyone in this house, in my family, right?
Okay.
I used to wake up around 5 a.m.
Okay.
Actually, when I woke up every morning, I have to drink water and go outside for jogging.
That's a great thing, man.
I jog and do push-up. Most of the time, just jogging and push-up, nothing else.
Wow.
So I came in the house, I write.
Okay.
Then my kids because you have a small child now, my wife is not waking up early in the morning. She may wake up around 8. But so when my kids woke up, they prepare themselves.
Okay.
They are very young, and my old son is 7.
Okay.
My second one is 5. Our daughter is 2, and the last born is 4 months now. But those two, they have to take shower by themselves. We teach them how to shower by themselves.
Yes, that's a good thing, man. They are learning to be independent, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And we also teach them how to make breakfast by themselves.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful thing, man, because they are taking care of their body as well as, and then when it comes to breakfast and everything.
Yeah.
Because young children, they are not taught sometimes these things.
Yeah. So I took them to school.
Okay.
Come back home. Then my daughter at that time woke up, the one who is 2.
Okay.
Then we make breakfast.
All right.
And I sit with her. We talk. I pray with her.
Okay.
until 12, because my wife is with the young one.
Yes.
Then after she went to sleep, then I start writing.
Okay.
I wrote up to 2 for something minute, then go back to take back my kid to school, from school.
So, all right.
So when they come, most of the time I go with my two boys for skating, because they are playing hockey.
Yes.
And we come back and we make supper, we eat together, then we study, they revise with me and my wife.
All right. It's a good
So
practice.
so it's now supper time around 6.
Okay.
We decided to have supper before 7.
Before 7.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the new decision we made as a family.
It's a good decision. It's a good decision, actually.
Yeah.
The same thing is resonated. The same thing is practiced in some of the Indian societies as well. They
Yeah.
eat just after the sunset. They try to eat it as soon as possible, like Jain people and some of the Gujarati people. They try to they try to take the dinner just after the sunset, so that when they
Mhm.
go to sleep, by that time they have enough of they go for a walk, they play, laugh, and this and that, and then by that time their body has digested the food, or at least
Yes.
partially. It also removes the a condition of having acidity. If you walk for at least half an hour, so you may not experience acidity after eating. People who
You're right.
don't go for a walk and they just lie down after dinner, then their body slowly they deteriorate. That had happened
Yes.
with me. So the doctor had opened the eyes. Doctor had said that if you don't do this, your problem of acidity will keep on rising every now and then.
Oh,
So
oh,
some people are forced to change. Some people realize
yes.
that this is a good thing. So I taught myself how to, I taught myself a habit of going for a walk after dinner. And that will be a
Oh,
complete
that's good.
big walk. Big walk means
Ah,
I'll walk continuously for 1 hour, talk to my family, friends, listen to some podcast, some video, and keep on walking and walking. So I'm really happy that you have decided consciously upon this
yeah,
practice of having supper just before, just
yeah,
after the sunset. So
yeah.
you said that you are also involved in push-ups and jogging, right? I'm really happy because you are also interested in fitness, and you wanted to coach people for fitness uh, earlier when I had a word with you. So it's a good thing, actually. And
Yeah.
can you tell us something about, like, what are the favorite books that you have read? Like, a good author has some books in his or her mind that they read every time. So what are your favorite books and some of the books that you have read?
I think the book which may come in my mind, which may be common,
Mhm.
is the book of Bob Proctor, which is called "You Were Born Rich."
Your born rich. Okay.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
book is really good because it shows that everyone, that no matter which kind of situation you are in,
Okay.
you are a rich person.
Man.
If you can just follow the process, the procedures, you can be the one you are supposed to be. And this information give confidence, because right, sometimes you meet people who are rich, who have more money than you, who are financially free, and try to ignore you, is an example, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
But when you know that you were born rich, you will not give a chance to anyone to ignore you,
That's correct, man. That's correct.
because they only why they have more money now is because they got a chance to follow the process.
Yes.
So each and everyone can follow process and become rich, because we are already rich. We are already successful, actually. there's a good news that you know that they say that when a man have sex with a woman,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
When you release, we are mature, right?
Yes, yes.
You release 500,000 sperms.
Hmm.
So all those 1.5 million sperms go
Okay.
to dash to the egg of the woman.
Yes, yes, yes.
But just one sperm
Gets lucky
managed to reach the egg.
to reach the egg and fertilization happens.
Yeah, which means that egg is already successful
Yes.
even in the womb of a woman.
Yes. Profound
Which
thought,
means
man. Yes.
you win and I win, not now, but when my father released me.
Yes.
You see, I
Yes,
was
man.
in
Yes, yes.
competition. I
With,
was in competition
yeah.
with 4,000, 400,000, 99 sperms.
Yes. And out of that, we
I
were.
managed to win, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So this shows that the book of Bob Proctor is true.
That's correct.
We were successful at the beginning, right?
Yes.
But when we born, we grow up in the kind of families, when you say that I have this dream, they say no, 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 this is not possible for you.
Yes. Yes, man. That
You are just
happens.
dreaming. You
Yes.
are dreaming. You
Yes.
say, I want to be a doctor. They say, no, 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 you cannot be a doctor. You want to be can you be a doctor? You cannot. So they start to kill our future when we are still young.
Okay.
You say, I want to sing. I want to be a singer. I want to be an artist. They say, no, study science. They say, you have to study science.
Yes, man.
And maybe science is not your field. So when we born and grow up, we go through many challenges, which actually is the source of our failure.
Correct, man. Correct.
But
Okay.
we are actually successful. We are
Yes, yes.
successful.
Yes, if I have to say that in short, like we have been programmed right from the childhood, right? That
Yes,
what are our limitations, what we should think, what we should not think, and all that. Because of that, we get into that habit of thinking about ourselves, right? Who we are and what are our limitations.
you are right.
And sad to hear that most of the time who put limitations on us are the people who are closest to us, like our family
You are right.
members, our
You are right.
friends, our relatives, and all that. That's why it's very, very hard for a person, to stand up like a one man army and then, believe in ourselves, himself or herself. Then the world, there are very few people, I think, very, very few people who believe in us. Like our mother, our father may believe in us. They may, our closest brother, they may believe in us, right? So wonderful thing, man. This is like what that's we have talked about books. Now I would like to talk about people. Like we both love to interact with good and positive minded people. I would definitely want to know who are the people who have really changed your life, or who have, what kind of people you want to be with, friends with, or who have changed your life for the last 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, ever since you entered Canada. I thought the light was not there. So I thought,
Yeah.
let me just put on the light and lighten up my ugly face.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, I was joking.
Yeah.
So, yes, let me just continue the question. So, what I was asking, like, I would like to know what are the kind of people that you want to make friends, and what are the type of people who have impacted your life in a positive way, right from the time when you entered Canada, or for the last 5 6 years. So, what are the qualities of people that you're looking for in life?
Oh, actually, I am. to me, I can be friend to everyone,
Yes.
but I'm not attracted to everyone.
Yes.
Everyone can be my friend, but not everyone can attract me.
Yes.
First, I am attracted with the people who really want to succeed in life. You know, those who are not just moving around and thinking that everything will happen just like it may come from somewhere and fall down. No,
Yes, they are waiting for the lucky day to happen,
no, those I try
Yes.
to avoid those kind of people.
Okay, okay.
Also, people who are focusing on the past.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how past was, we can create our future.
Right.
So I just want to be with the people who believe that the future will be best.
Yes. We can say
Regardless,
optimistic.
yes. Regardless where they are coming from,
Yes.
whether they are around me or far from me, I just try to reach those people and talk to them and listen to them and read what they are writing and listen what they are saying, and
Yes.
those are the people. I cannot mention names,
No,
but
no.
when I say
Yes, yes. I can understand
when
that.
I say that, you understand those people.
Yes, man. Yes, yes, man.
Yeah.
Perfectly mentioned. Even the same thing follows with me. When I try to connect with people, I like to choose people perfectly. That the kind of people with whom I will spend time. Like if I'm not getting such kind of people in my area on the offline world, I try to get in touch with people through online technology. Like just now we
Yeah.
are communicating with each other, and if I get in touch with such people, I don't like to lose them. I try to make efforts so that there is a strong bond, so that there is always a continuous learning and motivation or inspiring. So that is the kind of people I live in. And uh, one of the best thing that has happened in my life, when I came across a WhatsApp group and I met you guys and some of the people in that group, that really motivated me to do something for the group and everything. So that's when life started, unfolding in a great way. And it's a good thing to know that what kind of people we should keep in our life as friends. It's very, very important thing.
Yes.
Because if you choose wrong people, they waste your time, they waste your energy, plus you don't learn something
No.
from them. So I like to keep people who are more smarter than me, just like you guys are there. I was really impressed by the amount of effort that you put in writing your books, that you are dedicating your time perfectly for writing down a book, and then you make sure that the book finishes in time. That's a great discipline, man. And
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah, welcome, welcome.
I I
So
I, I think you are going to write a book as well.
hopefully, let's see in future. It will come from the bottom of my heart, and I don't know whether I'll be writing uh, 4 5 books. I don't know, but definitely one book will be there. At least one book has to be there. We should be,
At least.
who you are.
Yeah.
I was greatly inspired by David Goggins, and
Oh, this man. Yeah.
David Goggins, that man, and I thought I related somewhat to that person. That was one person who ignited a lot of fire in me. So it's a wonderful thing. You said that I should write a book. I think I will definitely write a book in the future. It has to be because I have been writing a lot on the social
You
media.
see. You see. Yeah.
I write a lot in my social media post and everything. Whatever comes to my mind, I write it down. So I think I should pen down my thoughts and make a collection of it.
Yeah.
Someday you will see.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
moving on to a next question. I think we have known each other for the last 2 years. Plus, you have also contributed a lot to my life. By interacting with me, giving me your time and your suggestions, talking to me. So basically, if you had to sum up about your life, whatever people want to say about you in one or two sentences, that Willie Kaysire was this kind of person, what do you want people to say about you in one sentence?
Oh, I don't know.
I
It's
think,
very
yeah,
hard question.
yes, man. Even if I was at your place, it would be a very hard, question for me as well. That what kind of impression or what kind of thought people would have. Like, see,
I
like,
think
yes.
I can say that people can now I can accept to be called a person who is in struggle of becoming myself.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
No, it's completely fine. It's completely right, man. Because whatever we think, we should at least, yeah, you have expressed it in your own words. It's a good thing, man.
I
That's what
don't
I
know how
wanted.
they say that question.
Yes. But see, if people had to say something about me, they must say that he inspired people and he really worked hard and never gave up. And
Oh,
if I had to take the last breath on this planet, I should be happy when I close my eyes. And I should say to the God that thank you so much. I did whatever I could with whatever I had. And whatever limited knowledge I had, whatever limited experience, technology, whatever things I had. So that's a good thing, man. These are the things that we learn from each other, Willie, right?
yeah.
Yes. And Willie, like, moving forward, if I had to ask, what are the future plans that you have for yourself? What are the few skills that you want to learn or you want to adapt in your life for this year, 2021?
2021, I want to publish children books.
Okay.
I'm now focusing on children books now
Okay.
because I want kids to have those principles at young age.
Okay.
Because if I knew what I know now, when I was 7 years, I was not supposed to be who I am now.
Right.
I'm not successful the way I wanted to be. And I think this is because of what I did not know. So I wrote books. Now I made now I send 12 stories
Okay.
for illustration,
All right.
which means I'm going to make 12 books, children books.
Okay.
So my dream is to have those 12 books. I'm thinking of 14 on the market this year.
Okay.
12 children books. Children books are books like this.
Mm-hmm.
They are not big books. They are like this.
Yes.
But these kind of books are inspiring kids to grow up with some principles, right?
Yes.
With a secret, because
Yes.
I believe that our success will depend on what we give, right? As you said, you are
Yes.
giving more contribution. I remember you in that group. We have been together in that group. We're like 160 something.
Yes. Day, right?
But
160.
yeah, but most of the time only 4 people talk. And
Yes.
most of them were talking what you are saying. They just say, hey, big up Raj. Congratulations, Raj. So,
Yes.
so I believe you too, you make a good contribution in your way.
Yes.
So now my dream is to have those books on the market
Mm-hmm.
for children to grow up understanding really how to, what to do.
What to do exactly, right?
what to do, because there's a confusion even with the parents. Most of the parents, they think that when they are giving food to the children, they give them clothes is enough, but it's not enough.
Yes.
I believe that you have to feed them in the mind.
That's correct, man. Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, so this is the struggle I am in now. I'm trying to take those books outside for children to have those books in order to have those kind of principles,
Yes.
to understand those principles at young age.
Yes. And it will be
That's
a
my main
wonderful
issue.
thing, man. That is a very noble thing that you have thought of, actually, because if the students really understand what you're trying to say through those books, it will be a great help. I think they will be saving a lot of their time and energy. They will, if they understand these principles of life, man, you would have succeeded a lot. Like whatever you have told, it may appear on a very smaller scale, it may appear a very small improvement, but it will be a huge improvement to even if a single child also improves his or her life through your books. It will be great thing, man. It will be great thing.
Yeah,
actually, that's what I'm trying to teach it to my daughter as well. I want to teach her about the attitude, about never giving up, about trying to learn, about trying to question everything, trying to find out answers to her problems, because I may not be there with her for the whole life. Anything can happen with me. Like, we don't know when will be the last day of our life. So I try to teach my daughter the basic skills to not give up, to find out solutions to her problems, to face life, face the fears, learn things quickly, to find out her answers. I think that is the best thing. I don't care about which gadget she is using, or which mobile, or which programming language. I don't care about that. The basic knowledge, the discipline, because you and I, we both personally know, William, that in future there will be too many people who are too much comfortable living in their own cocoon life. They may not be so much self-disciplined people. So the technology will improve 10 times or 100 times, but there will always be demand of disciplined people in life. It's very, very hard to find such kind of people. Very hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
They see this as a punishment. I don't know why. They see this as a punishment. I think if people loved themselves truly, they will think that this is a self-love, a kind of self-love, that they want to see themselves to a greater height. Not just a normal human being who was born, did some work, and then died, and nobody knew who that person was. So it's always a wonderful experience, man, talking with you about your books and about your life. And I have got a lot to learn from you in future as well, William.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yes. And William, I would like to ask certain question. One question which I have not asked in any of my podcast. The question is, what are certain things that I need to improve according to you? What are the certain things that I should work upon, and what are the certain things which are good in me, like my positive or negative? If you can tell, if I come to know about my negative, or the things which I should improve upon, it will be a good thing, because only two friends can give the positive feedback, so that we can grow in life.
I think let me start from your negative.
Okay. Let me say that once again. This will be a very short one. Like, what are the positive things? What are the positive points in me? And what are the points which I should work upon, so that I can improve more?
I think the negative I saw from you. You don't put your idea on papers and sell them on the market, because since I was with you in the group, and everything you wrote in the group, if you are if you took those information you shared with people on WhatsApp, with the people even who don't care, if you had to take those information and put them on paper,
Yes.
your book could be now not only in India, but could be in all countries.
Oh my God.
Because since I'm telling you the truth,
Okay.
I was with you in the same group,
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
no one among 160 was able to say something and people came and agreed. You, everything you were saying, people were saying, okay, good, Raj, thank you very much. But all of us try to say that. We got some people like 2, 3 who say, okay, good, this is true. But you, everything you were saying, no one was coming and say, that's not true, that's not true. Most of them agreed on what you were saying.
Yes, yes.
And this is the secret. Once you know that people agreed on what you are saying, that's a business.
Wow.
That's a business. You have to take those things and put on paper and sell them.
Wow.
Because now you are selling yourself so cheap.
That's correct, man.
You know, you are putting your good ideas, wonderful idea, you are giving people for free, right?
Yes, that's correct, man. That's correct.
Yeah, I think most of the time we don't know ourselves, right? If I was able to convince people the way you did, even you did it not without purpose, right? You think you are talking with people, right?
Yes, yes, man. Obviously.
But I observed from day one, I said, this man, even that is why I was interested to you. How this man is always saying something and people agreed, you know? So this is a very strong point you have to look at. Even if you have to invest your time, don't take those kind of information and just give for free. Why those people like Bob Proctor are now famous? They are famous because they put the book outside and people read and say, oh, wow. But now you are giving them for free and they don't even appreciate. So this is a very negative point I saw from you. You don't give value to your information.
That's correct.
And your ideas are very powerful, I'm telling you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Your ideas are very powerful.
Thank you. Thank you.
The positive one is too much. I cannot mention your positive. They are too much. I don't talk about them. They are too much.
Okay.
Because it's not easy to meet someone whom you don't know each other and become friend for like this kind of period, 2 years.
Yes, within 2 years. Yes.
With no crash, with no misunderstanding, always encourage. That's a very positive one, and it's not everyone who has that, right?
That's correct. That's correct. That is why I felt that I
The
don't know what
negative
is
one,
there.
I'm focusing on this negative. Take yourself and put yourself on the market.
Correct, correct.
Put yourself on the market. Don't wait for 5 years. No, just take these things you have now and put on the market.
Absolutely, man. You really inspired me to, to do something that I have not done as of now.
Yeah.
I have been just writing down my to-do list in my diaries and then putting my best thoughts in that group. I did not document as well anywhere. I think I should start writing down whatever you have said. I think it really makes me feel that I should now put down my thoughts, at least note down my thoughts perfectly, and then let's see what I can do with that. Definitely, it will be
Even
great.
if you can go, even if you can go back in that group,
Yes.
you see,
Mm-hmm.
you pick what you wrote.
Yes.
Is like problem solving.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
you know, people put something and you come up with some good idea, and oh yeah, it's true. That's the problem solving, right?
Yes, that's a problem solving, man. I was like
Yeah.
that kind of person, in that group. I saw one problem and I jumped at solving that problem. And even when I was posting in that group, I was writing down one problem and then I was writing down the solutions step by step. I don't know what inspired me to do that, but
And
your
people
words,
came,
yes,
people came and accepted.
yes, people came and accepted, and it was
Did they
really
say no?
no, very, very few people. I think very few people.
Yeah, very few people.
Very
That
few
is
people.
good, but many people agreed.
Yes,
So there are people who are not in that group, but who have the same problems.
yes,
They are looking for the answer.
yes,
And you, Raj Kumar, you are just putting your answer in that group. What about people who are not in that group?
yes, man.
They will not find the answer, and you have the answer already.
Yes, through my life and experiences.
Yeah,
That is the only thing I was sharing. You know,
yeah.
whatever thought that came into my mind, that WhatsApp was just like another friend. I used to talk to that virtual friend. I don't know who was listening and what not. But thank you so much
Yeah.
for those inspiring words, man. Thank you so much. You
True.
have started an urge in me to, put down my thoughts on paper and hopefully someday in future publish it for those who really care, at least.
Not very far. Not very far.
Not very far, man. Not very far. If I have been doing this podcast, like I announced about doing this podcast in November or October last year. So I thought, let me just do it. Whenever I get time, I talk to people. In that same way, if I have told that I'll be writing some of my thoughts on paper and then publish it somewhere, I'll definitely do it, man. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for inspiring. I think this is one of the best days for this month or for this
it's
year.
true.
For this year,
It's
man.
true, man. True.
You made me value my knowledge. Sometimes we are not aware of who we are or what we are doing
We are
actually.
not. Yeah, yeah.
And you made me realize what I'm giving out for free.
For free. Yeah.
That is a great thing, man. Wonderful thing. So, William, like so far we have talked a lot about all the things like your career and books and everything, and even I have shared my wonderful ideas and everything. So, if I have to sum up, if you had to sum up life in few words for the youngsters who are watching this podcast, what will you say the final words to the youngsters who are watching this podcast and who will be listening to you and me, like your friends and your family will at least listen to this podcast, and to those people whom you want to share your message, what will be the few message, what will be the few lines you want to share with them?
What what I can share is what I'm always telling myself now.
Okay.
To be strong, courageous, and not afraid in whatever we are doing.
Wow. Yes, man. That's
To
a
be
great
strong.
quality. That's a great quality of
To
a
be
leader.
strong, to be courageous, and not afraid in everything we are doing.
Wonderful.
I think this is the secret now. This is the secret I understand now.
Yes.
Because there are more things in life which are trying to put us down. But if we don't accept,
Yes.
and if we have the courage in whatever we are doing, things will be good. And if we are not afraid, because sometimes life is very tough, man.
Yes.
But if you don't accept, if you are not afraid of that, the tough situation, you become somebody.
That's correct, man. That's correct.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful experience, William. Thank you so much for talking to us. And I hope that we will be interacting again on another topic in future. And thank you so much for spending that valuable time of yours. I think you must have
Okay,
inspired a
thank you,
lot
Raj.
many people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, William.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.